will explain it later on. First of all, I will give you a brief history of my past experience.
There's before the day.
Ne kadar? Ben çekiyorum.
So this part will be over the past. So I started working at İşbank in 1991. So I stayed there for 5 years, and I found that I'm not going to be a finance person because there is no creativity over there. It's boring and all the stuff. So this gives me an idea of what I'm not going to do anymore. And then I started my tech entrepreneur career in a way since 1998. First we started with Utopia Visual Communications. We were the early comers, and I was I'm a partner with my husband starting from these old days. With Utopia Visual Communications, we just developed first promotional website of Turkey, which is what they call it as Portal in those days. And the project's name is Asia Minor, Grand Expedition of Anatolia. Then we just sold out that project to the Ministry of Tourism. And then because Turkey is quite hectic, there are lots of ups and downs on economical terms, we have to stop our operations in Turkey and start doing something else in UK and US markets. And then we started online marketing, and we become affiliate marketers. What we do is we are trying to help merchants, sellers to sell their products via our websites. And after that, we found a gap in this industry, which is affiliate marketing, and there is no statistics tool for this industry. So we developed a software called AppMeter, and the company is registered in Delaware in the United States, and it was a success in UK and US. Although it's a success, but it's because it's a quite small market. People like it, people use it a lot, but because this is a kind of brand recognition campaign for us, we invested in this company, but we did not make too much money. But the point is, we learned a lot from this experience, and we are lucky because we have enough money to develop a software, because we have got affiliate marketing revenue from our freelance online marketing career. Then we found another gap in the industry, in the online marketing industry, and then we developed a contextual product ad platform for UK and US. But unfortunately, this project was not a success, even though the product is quite good. But we have got other partners, and somehow we could not make it okay with the partners because we don't share the same vision. So then we built up 3dability.com, which is a 3D printable object search engine. It was a quite newcomer, early comer to the market. It was developed in 2011. Now we could not invest too much into this 3dability.com, but because we are the early comer, we are top 20 3D printable resources for the industry. Now what I'm doing is we have been developed Superarama.com, which is a family-friendly search engine, and with the search engine what we are doing is we are trying to filter out all the web spam and pornographic content from the Turkish content, and we provide the cleaned up content to the Turkish users, especially the children between 6 and 16 years of age. So, well, I'm going to talk about what it takes to be an entrepreneur, because being an entrepreneur is a serious decision. It's not it's not something that you do it in an overnight. but you feel it that way. And if you feel it that way, you have to take the opportunity and take the risk. So what you need is, you need creativity, but backed by knowledge, because you can create anything if you want. But in order to sell your creativity in the market, you need to rely on knowledge. And this knowledge does not come very easily. You have to accumulate it, you have to pile it up. And in order to do this, you have to read tons of magazines, especially the magazines which are involving your industry, your target industry. Resilience baked by smart moves. That's the point, that's the hardest part of any entrepreneurship, because you have got tons of failures. And in order to overcome those failures, you need to make smart moves. You need to bring up creative ideas. You need to think out of the box. You need to explore every channel that you can go through. And don't be shy. You have to try everything that you can do. And in the end of the day, when you come back home and talk to yourself that, yes, I tried it, even though it doesn't pay off, but I tried it, and I don't regret it if I don't do it. So another point which is important is networking baked by sharing and caring. Networking is a very famous, how can I say, expression in those days. But networking is not something that we use it as a cliche. If you are networking, if you meet with new people, you have to share your ideas. Doesn't afraid of sharing your ideas. You have to tell your ideas, your future vision, your product, whatever. And then care about those people. Because if you can, build up a relationship, then if you pile up those relationships, then you never know. Let's say 5 years later, you got the right target, you got the right solution. But you have to be patient for it, because it's not easy. Because I think I'm in this entrepreneurship thing since 1997, so it's almost, it's 18 years. So this is my 18 years, experience, and so you have to be patient. And self-motivation baked by hard working. As I say, entrepreneurship is all about, I can say, failures. So in order to overcome all those failures, you have to self-motivate yourself. You have to find, pushing words for yourself. What is making you self-motivated? And you have to create it on your own. Because there is nobody, patting you backwards and saying, go through, go and do this or something. You are alone. You have to be, how can I say, you have to love yourself first of all. Because otherwise, you cannot succeed. So, well, I would like to give this lady as one of my examples, because she is one of the few self-born billionaires in the United States, and she made $1 billion by herself. And she just, got the idea. She was a salesperson, actually, but somehow she doesn't like it. And in her mind, she has got a little bit, I think she doesn't like her body appearance, and she would like to have something slimming her body. So she, come up with the product called Spanx. And with Spanx, ladies kind of underwear, and they make their body much slimmer and much nicer.
Kim Kardashian is using that.
Yeah, it is very famous. So I really like that you read, if you ladies, would like to do something, or gentlemen, whatever you would like to do, just read her story. Her name is Sarah Blakely. So you will see the path that she was running through. I don't want to waste your time by explaining her story, but you should